You're so high. Let's put you guys there. I've took my shoes off, guys. I'm getting so comfy right now. And I just queued up for this for 25 minutes. Was it worth it? Yeah. It's the Terry's Chocolate Orange Hot Chocolate from Costa. I love this time of year purely for the drinks. I don't drink coffee anymore, but like the variations of hot chocolate you can get this time of year just like gives me so much life and happiness. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me for today's video. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I hope you stay. And if you are a returning subscriber, my guys. So for today's video, I thought it would be really nice to sit down and do my first Q&A. I was looking through my channel the other day and I realised that I haven't done like a get to know me tag or anything, so I thought this would be a really nice video to do so that, you know, we can get to know each other a bit more, and yeah, I'm really excited to do it. So earlier in the week, I popped a little question box up on my Instagram story, just basically asking if there's any questions, any things you want to know, and yeah, I got quite a few coming through, so I'm going to answer them all now in this video. Before I jump straight into the questions though, guys, if the subscribe button below this video is red, that means you're not subscribed to my channel, but it's all good. Give that a click, give this video a big thumbs up, and yeah, let's get straight into it. Oh my god, this is so good, it's ridiculous. My first question: who are your main people? You know what, this made me smile and I thought, you know what, this is so interesting because my subscribers wouldn't actually know this because, you know, I don't think I've put any of my friends on my channel yet, which obviously I really want to, but I've not been able to see them that much at all this year because of obviously COVID and the restrictions. I have like a small circle of like my really close friends. They're like my absolute ride or dies. Like you'll probably know if you like look in the comments because they're just supporting every single video that I put up. And yeah, like I know you guys are watching this. I don't have to name names, you know who you are, and you know I love you guys so much. Like I wouldn't be who I am today without my friends. I am certain that like my main people will be on my channel like as soon as the world gets a bit more back to normal. Like I can't wait to share them with you guys because they're just absolutely amazing. I'm so lucky to have the friends that I do. How long have you been vegan vegetarian? So I think I've spoken about this lightly on my channel before. I've not eaten meat for I think it's like 3.5 years now. I can't actually remember the exact date, but yeah, it has been about, oh my goodness, excuse me, that's really making me burp. Yeah, it has been about 3.5 years now. Vegan, I was vegan for 6 months solid. I went on vacation to Egypt and they struggled providing me with vegetarian food, let alone vegan, at the resort I was staying at, so that caused me to kind of fall off, and then my body had gotten used to being vegetarian, so then I just stuck with being vegetarian. So yeah, 3.5 years, and I don't think I'll ever go back. I literally love it. It's changed my life for the better. I literally love it. What made you get into fire performing? So I don't know if there was a specific thing, but I just remember being so infatuated and inspired by fire performers. Like, I think I first kind of like seen it and got to know about it when I was like fresh out of training, and I was just like, I need to learn how to do that. I feel like with fire performing, you're either really scared of it or you're not. Like, there's no in between, and I'm just one of the people that are really not. So yeah, I was just so inspired by like just different fire performers that I saw. Like even going on holiday and seeing like fire performances, like I'd always just absolutely just been in awe with it. I thought it was amazing. So yeah, I did a lot of research, did a lot of, you know, training. I kind of bought all the equipment and taught myself in my back garden. Obviously I had all the safety measures in place. I'd done loads of research and I trained with my friends who also did fire, skill shared on jobs, and yeah, that's really like what got me into fire performing. Then I just obviously from getting all of the equipment myself, I started booking gigs, and then the more gigs you book, you just build and build confidence with it. Yeah, I miss fire performing. I can't wait to get back to it. I honestly can't. My phone is dirty. The next question is, when did you start to dance? I miss your classes. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. I miss my classes too. I miss teaching them. I miss my students. I miss it so much. I started to dance when I moved to Manchester. So I moved to Manchester when I was 12. And then it was I was like a late bloomer with dance. I started dancing in high school. So I remember coming into year 7 and like just like joining a dance club, and my dance teacher, who was just amazing, I'll never forget her, Jo Brandaris, like, if you ever watch this, like, I love you. Like, we're actually like friends now that I'm out of school. Like, it's so cool. She just saw it in me from the get-go, and then she was kind of like my mentor through high school, which I was just so grateful. So I kind of like started off, I don't know, contemporary, kind of street, like it was kind of like a mixture of everything, touching on a bit of ballet, did like some street dance competitions, and then I started training with, how old was I think I was like 16, with a company called Company Fierce, where I met some of my bestest friends. I was mentored by some of the like most insane voguers, whackers in the northern community, like Darren Pritchard. I had Simon Gray for ballet. Like, most dancers watching this, like, you will know these guys because they are just such icons in the northern dance community. Like, I just feel so blessed to have been trained by them, and I'm just forever thankful for them. So it was Darren and Simon that like gave me my foundation in my training, and then I just started taking loads of classes. I really just fell in love with it. I trained so hard, and then I just started booking jobs, and I was just so fortunate to just fall in love with it. I feel like maybe starting later in life, at points I thought like, oh, I've missed out on so much training and I don't have this technique and blah 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 blah, but I just had the love for it from starting it later in life. I just loved it. To this day, I just love dance so much. Like, it literally, it's therapy to me. I just love it so much. So yeah, that was like kind of my journey, but I was a late bloomer. Who do you take your biggest inspiration from, and what is your main motto in life? Oh my god, a DPD driver's just pulled up to the side of me. This is gonna look so awkward. Should I just carry on? He's definitely coming to my house as well. We've got so many deliveries at the minute. I'm just gonna carry on. I can't remember if I read the question. I'm just gonna read it again. Who do you take your biggest inspiration from, and what is your main motto in life? So I'm inspired by, like, let's just talk about people for one. So my mum is like literally, hi, one of my biggest inspirations. Like, she raised me and my brother on her own, which is just like the most inspiring thing ever. She runs 2 businesses. She's just such a kind, caring, selfless, hardworking woman, and she inspires me so much. My friends inspire me. They're just such amazing people. Like, everyone's so passionate about what they do. Tyler, my boyfriend, is like one of the biggest inspirations in my life. Like, I wouldn't be doing this without Ty. Like, he's just amazing. He's amazing. In terms of like YouTube, I do take a lot of inspiration from I do get inspiration from like other YouTubers. I love Natasha Ocean's channel. Like, I'm such a fan of her. She's amazing. Everything that she stands for in life, her content, like, it's just really inspiring. I've been loving Lucy Dawn's channel as well. I think she's just such a lovely person. I just love watching nice people, like genuinely nice people that are just natural. They're not forcing nothing, like just naturally lovely people. So I just had to pause the video here real quick, guys, because watching this back, I realised that I forgot to mention a channel that I watch almost every day and they inspire me so much, and I really just can't believe I forgot to mention them. And the channel is Yes Theory. I watch them almost every day. Their channel is so inspiring. Their ethos of their channel is to say yes to things in life, exploration and inspiring people, exploring culture, and yeah, that channel is just amazing. So if you haven't heard of them, guys, they're a channel that I would definitely recommend checking out. What's the second part of that question? What is your main motto in life? This is a hard one. What is my main motto in life? What's something I always live by? I would probably say, like, don't be scared to try anything. And like, if you're feeling scared about something, that probably means that you should do it. Do you know what I mean? And like, yeah, if I'm ever feeling scared about something, I'm like, right, well, I'm feeling this for a reason. Do you know what I mean? So it kind of like encourages me to do that more. But I live like, I don't know, I don't really live by a motto. If anything, I'd just be like, I don't know, try to be happy, just do what you want in life, don't think too much about what other people think, like, just put yourself first kind of thing. Oh, so many things, but yeah, that's probably one of the main ones. I like that question. I could go on about that for ages. So the next question is, what made you start a YouTube channel? So I made my YouTube channel and actually started posting on it properly this year in May. I'd wanted to make a YouTube channel for the longest time. Like, I've watched YouTube videos for years, but I don't know. Well, I do know. I was just too goddamn nervous. Like, I was scared, I was nervous, I didn't know where to start. It took a lot for me to post my first video, but I've always had like a note on my phone. I'll actually read it to you guys, you know, like what I want my channel to be. And now that I'm actually posting on it, I really do feel like I, you know, refer to this when I'm feeling lost with my content, or, you know, I'm not feeling motivated at the moment or inspired. I always like refer back to my notes. So I've got like a YouTube content note on my phone, and it's got like all my video ideas, which I always like refer back to. But at the top I wrote, what do I want my YouTube channel to be? And I wrote this so long ago. And I wrote, real, truthful, honest and open. I want it to be positive, uplifting and inspiring, creative and artistic for myself, and collaborative and educational to a degree, help others by sharing my experiences and passions. So I think, like, in a nutshell, I just love making people smile. Like, I'm a people's person. I love connecting with people, like being like an artist. I've been able to do that a lot in my life, which I'm so grateful for. But yeah, like, this channel is like a creative diary for myself, and it's also an opportunity to connect and uplift people, and that is ultimately why I wanted to create this channel. My first video, No Caffeine Cured My Acne, was like such a big milestone for me. One, because I was overcoming something which had been pulling me back so much in my life, and two, I was sharing something I've learned because I just really wanted to help other people get through it as well. And the messages I received from that first video were just, honestly, I was crying when I posted that video. I was sat with Ty, and when we pressed post, I was just crying. I was shaking, I was crying. I was like, oh my goodness, because it's not just like a, you know, a chatty video. It's very exposed, and I felt naked. Like, yeah, but I'm so glad I did it, and I can't tell you guys like how in love with my YouTube channel I am in this journey, and I am honestly just so grateful for every single person that watches and supports my channel. And yeah, I'm just excited to see where it goes, and I'm just loving it so far. How did you get on with the breast screenings? So basically, long story short, it wasn't a few weeks ago, I can't remember, it must have been about a month ago, but I did actually have this appointment 2 weeks ago. I found a lump in one of my breasts, and I shared my experience about it on my Instagram story. I was umming and ahhing about doing this, but, you know, I felt in my heart that it was something that I wanted to do. One, because I have a family history of breast cancer, and a few of my closest friends do as well, and I feel it's so important, especially having an audience of girls, specifically younger girls, being a teacher as well, to share this information. Like, it's not something to be embarrassed about, it's something to really just be aware about, really. Thank you so much for asking about this, by the way, it really means the most. So I actually had my appointment at the doctor's, no, not the doctor's, sorry. So I had my doctor's appointment, they were amazing, super sufficient. I wanted to share it basically as well, because I know a lot of people are scared to go to the doctors with COVID here, but it was honestly a really great experience, and I was so nervous because it was my first time ever coming across anything like this. So within 2 weeks of going to the doctors, and they didn't seem concerned at all, but they always refer you to a breast clinic anyway. So I went to the breast clinic in Manchester. It was really busy, but I was seen really quickly. There was like, obviously everyone was socially distanced, and there was loads of safety measures inside the hospital. I was seen really quickly by a doctor, where I was examined, and the doctor quite quickly diagnosed me with fibroadenoma, which is basically, it sounds scary, but it's nothing to be worried about. It's basically benign, so it's not cancerous, and it's just like a ball that is formed. It's like a growth, basically like a hormonal growth, but it wasn't anything to be worried about, which I was really reassured by. But I still had a scan just to be doubly safe, and they, you know, reassured me that everything was fine. But what they do is, oh my goodness, excuse me, they take measurements of, you know, the lump that you find, and they do suggest that you keep hold of it. Like, they send you a letter with it and everything on. I was given a leaflet as well, but that you keep on top of, you know, checking and just paying attention to the sides of it, because it can grow if you get pregnant, you know, it can grow just if you've experienced changes in your body, like it can change basically. So it's just really important to have those original measurements so that you can refer back to them. Do you know what I mean? So they can you know, just keep an eye on it basically. But yeah, just again, thank you so much for asking about this. I was so scared at first, but it was fine. Like I said, I got a diagnosis and it wasn't anything to be worried about. I'm just really, really glad that I got it checked out when I did. And yeah, I'm all good. It's all good in the hood. I bet this is really cold now. It's still warm. This is good. Okay, next question. Do you think you'd dye your hair any other crazy colour, or is red your fave? So, red is my absolute fave. I love it so much. But before it was red, I was actually going to go like a whitey, silvery colour. That's what I wanted to go originally. But I was thinking, oh my goodness, like, that would be really, really hard to maintain. So I gradually went to this red. If you want to see how I get my hair this bright red, I've actually got a process video of how I get my hair this bright red on my channel. Go check that out. But yeah, I don't know, like, I just love the red so much. And I remember I put a semi-permanent brown dye on my hair 3 years ago for my mum's wedding, and I hated it. I didn't feel like myself, so I was like, right, I need to get back to red straight away. But it is taxing on your hair, I can't lie. I'm really using this time in lockdown to use oils, anti-snap treatments. I'm really giving my hair TLC, and it's actually feeling really nice at the moment. Just like having a bit of a break because the hairdressers are closed. To answer your question, not anytime soon. I feel like the red is just me, and I just love it. I've been red for years now, and I just love it. It would be a really huge thing if I did change my hair colour. So yeah, I just don't think I can do it anytime soon. Where would you like to be with your content on YouTube in 5 years? If I'm totally honest with you guys, my YouTube channel content right now is not like where I want to be taking it, purely because of like the restrictions of where I live, and like with COVID. In like normal life before COVID hit, oh my goodness, I was very rarely in Manchester, in the country. Like, I travel so much. I'm so fortunate to travel with work. Obviously, I love traveling anywhere. I love exploring culture, different places. So I definitely would want to see my content, you know, broadening. I absolutely loved my bucket list series, my first video. If you haven't seen that yet, go check that out. Me and Ty actually went on the fastest zip line in the world. Like, that's the kind of content I want to be creating, you know, like just inspiring, exhilarating content. Like right now the world just feels a little bit stuck. That's definitely where my content's going to be going. 5 years is a long time though. Where do I want to see it going? I just want to see it grow. I think, if anything, like I've said it already, and I probably sound like a broken record, but I've fallen in love with it so much, and every ounce of support I get from my small channel is just like, I'm just so appreciative, really, really appreciative. It would just mean the world to me if like this little family started to grow. Jade Lavinia goes worldwide. That's where I would like my content to go. I'm just so excited to explore, and yeah, I just miss it so much. So yeah, I feel like at the moment all my content's quite safe, and obviously affordable too as well. Like, it's been such a difficult year. It's been really, really difficult, but to be fair, like every video that I've posted I've loved and I've been really proud of, and I feel like that's something that's so important as a content creator. Like, put in videos that I don't ever want to force it. I don't ever want to force any content or post content that isn't true to me. Like, it's just not me at all. I'm always going to be true to myself, even if that means like not posting a bit. Like, I don't know. I'm just excited to take my channel to its full potential when life basically gets back to normal. Have you enjoyed editing? Oh my god. Like, when I first started my YouTube channel and learned how to edit on Final Cut, I did not think I would love it as much as I do. I bloody love editing so much. I fell in love with it so much, I started learning how to do it properly and started filming for clients, and now I've got filming clients and I'm like a budding filmmaker. That's how much like I fell in love with it. It's crazy. That is the one thing, I was saying this to my mum the other day actually, that I'm so grateful for this year. Like, I sit there on my laptop sometimes, and I've done like, I edit all the time as well, guys. Like, you don't realise half the time how much time and effort goes into editing a video. It's a lot. And I sit there after I've like done like a 6-hour shift on a video, and I'm like, oh my goodness, me last year would never have predicted me this year, you know, doing this. And you just have like those little epiphany moments. And yeah, to answer that question, I love it. I'm such like a little editing geek now. I love it so much. And I feel like with every video I post, I've learned something new. I'm trying different editing techniques, and my videos are just like getting a little bit more, you know, like editing technical every time I post, and it's just really cool. I literally love it. I love learning new things. I feel like I'm constantly learning new things with editing as well. Like, it's sick. I love it so much, to answer your question. Thank you. Did you find it hard moving from the south to the north of England? So I don't know if I've actually spoken about this on my channel before in depth, but basically I was born and raised in Poole in Dorset, which is the south coast, and I moved up to Manchester with my mum. My dad still lives down in Poole when I was 12. So yeah, it was really difficult, you know, obviously having a different accent. Culture up north is completely different. So I was like this little 12-year-old girl, I had really long hair, but like bows in my hair. Like, I remember I came up here for year 6 in primary school, and everyone was just like, oh my god, say that word again. Like, and it was just crazy. It was like I was like the little just alien that had like come to this school. It was just a bit like that. Like in high school, I had the toughest time. I was heavily bullied in high school. I had a really difficult time in high school, but I'm so grateful for everything in life, because honestly, that molded me into the person that I am today. So I had like really tough time in high school. Can't lie, wouldn't go back if you paid me. Like, I hated it. Apart from the dance side of it, I loved the dance side of it. I loved college. I wasn't like fully formed Jade. Like, I was starting to like blossom into myself into college. And then, yeah, it was really hard at first. Really hard. But again, I don't regret the move. I absolutely adore Manchester. Like, fed me my career. I'm just so grateful. I literally love Manchester. Ooh. Next question. Oh, we've only got a few more. What's your favourite snack? Oh, I feel like this changes all the time, but at the minute I'm an absolute biscuit monster. Custard creams, just any milk chocolate biscuits, dipped in like a hot drink. In the winter, just, yeah, biscuits in a brew. Do you know what I mean? What style was your first dance class? When did you know you wanted to do it as a job? What style was my first dance class? So my first dance class would have obviously like been in high school. So I think it would have been like, I think it was like a bit of jazz. So I remember us doing like Mamma Mia or something for the first like dance show I was in. I think it was like a jazzy kind of modern piece. It was cute. It was like nothing crazy technical. It was just really cute and like characterized. I knew that I wanted to do it as a job pretty much from the get-go. You know, like when somebody tells you you're good at something but you don't realize you're good at it. Like, I remember my teacher, I remember Joe telling me like, you're really talented and you've never danced before. And I was like, really? Kind of thing, like, what? And I remember she put me in with a year 11 to do a duet, and bear in mind I was in year 7, and she was like, you can do this, and I was like, oh my goodness. And we did this really lovely mother and daughter duet from Mamma Mia, and then it was after that I really like started to see and believe in myself. Sometimes it just takes somebody to highlight it to you, you know? And then I started to really obviously take it more seriously, and I just loved it. And I feel like the minute you realise you're good at something and then really start to put all of your effort and energy into it, that's when you can start to think, oh, okay, this is a career opportunity for me. So I obviously started to think about that in high school pretty early on, because then I obviously started training with Company Fierce and, you know, taking external classes, taking extra classes, and then I started to book work as I got older. So yeah, as soon as I started dancing, really, because when I'm one of those people, I don't do anything half-heartedly. Like, especially if I love something, I'm putting everything plus some into it. So yeah, very early on, and I miss dancing so much. I'm so excited to get back to training and performing in the new year. Okay, this is the last question. Oh, I'm sad. I've really enjoyed this. How do you feel about dance now with lockdown, etc.? So this is a really interesting one. If I'm totally honest, it's been a really strange thing, because at the start of the year, work was going so well. My training was going amazing. I was taking all these different like genres of classes. I was just really pushing myself like to take classes that I was really uncomfortable in, and I was starting to see the benefits of it. And then obviously lockdown hit, and it was just the strangest thing. Like, I just didn't want to dance for like a number of reasons. I don't really have too much space at home. I do have quite a busy house, and it really made me realise how much of like a community feeling and like a social thing dancing is. Like, when you're dancing, sometimes it's like you're having as deep as it sounds, it's like you're having conversations with people, with your body, like the energy you have in the studio, like it's 0 to none. Like, dance is such a beautiful thing. And transferring to Zoom classes, obviously through lockdown and the studios being closed, was just so strange for me. And I know that so many people felt the same. I just didn't want to dance. It's weird. And a part of me like felt missing for so long, and a part of me felt guilty as well. I was like, oh my goodness, why am I not dancing? Like, why do I not want to? When the studios opened, between the gap between the first lockdown and this lockdown, it all just came flooding back again. Like, as soon as I stepped into the studio and I took classes and I was teaching again, it all just came flooding back. But it's difficult to not feel a type of way, especially when, not to get too deep into it, but when like we are run by a government that's telling us to retrain, you know, without deeping into that too much. It was just difficult. Like, how can you not feel like, oh my goodness? At a point I was like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? Do you know what I mean? Like, it was just crazy. But I just hope that, you know, any dancers watching this know that we are worthy of doing what we're doing. You know, we're creators, we've worked so hard. Dance is a real job, it's a sustainable job. It's just, you know, this year's just turn the world upside down. It's crazy, and I'm sending love to anybody that's, you know, felt the same and, you know, felt like a little part of them missing, not being able to dance. But yeah, I've felt very up and down, to like wrap that question in a nutshell. It's just been very strange. I've missed the studio so much, and I'm so excited to get back to the studio next week, hopefully. I'm just dying to just move. Do you know what I mean? Like, not for anybody else, just for me, and just create something. I just miss it so much. So, I feel like I've literally talked for so long. I hope this video isn't too long. Honestly, thank you so much to every person that sent a question in. I really appreciate it. I really enjoyed doing this video, you know, guys. I love just sitting down and chatting to you, and obviously sharing some personal stuff so we can get to know each other a bit better. You guys can get to know me a bit better, and, you know, who I am, and, you know, what my channel's about. But if you're watching this video and you have any questions that maybe you want to ask and I didn't answer, please put them in the comments, and I'm always chilling in the comments. I reply to all of my comments on my videos, so yeah, pop it down below and I'll get back to you and answer your question. Or if there's like a few, just write them below and I can always do like a Q&A part 2. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning into today's video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and support my small channel. It really, honestly guys, when you support and like a video for a small channel, you don't realize like how much it helps. It really helps. So thank you so much. If you do, click that subscribe and like before you leave today. And yeah, I just hope that everybody's doing good, staying safe. I'm sending you so much love as always, and I will see you in my next one.